Yo, it's your boy D Star coming to you live from the pad, about to give it to you raw. And check it out. So the Lakers are 1-2. First game was excellent. Jordan Clarkson came in that second half. He balled out. Utah was ugly. I would say that the OKC Thunder game was ugly, but the Lakers had somewhat got it close. But the offensive power just couldn't keep up with the OKC, and they ended up losing the game. Now I give it to the Lakers for getting it close within the last 4 minutes, but it just didn't work out. Now I'm just going to give my takeaways on early season. See, all I see when I go on Twitter is these guys aren't playing defense. What the hell's going on with the defense? And from what I see, you might have Nick Young playing mediocre to just above mediocre defense, and he's going out. He's playing way better defense than pretty much anybody else on the team, with the exception of Mozgov. Lol Deng hasn't been what we thought. Well, at least what I thought he was going to be. I thought he was going to be one of these long defenders, guys going out here doing all of this stuff, and he's kind of this oddball out. We had a couple we had a couple injury scares, I believe. One with Brandon Ingram in his knee. I got nervous with that. But Julius Randle, as I was alluding to earlier, he believes that fatigue may have played a role into why the Lakers may have lost, because everybody's trying to get adjusted to the season. Everybody's trying to get into game shape. You can go through practices, you can go through as many whatever, but once you get in the game and you go through game speed and game intensity, I think that Julius Randle and a lot of these guys aren't used to having this many minutes, because Byron Scott sitting them so much last year. So now they get more opportunity to play. So Julius Randle is saying that they killed us in transition defense and got a few offensive rebounds. Then certain things we had schemed against them, we didn't play that well. They took advantage of it. Now my takeaways so far, what I see, DAngelo Russell is the de facto leader of the team. If you had to just go to the default leader, it would be DAngelo Russell. And he's only 20 years old, but he's partly because he talked himself into it. He's talked himself into the position of leader by saying, there's no Kobe on the team now. There's no Byron Scott on the team now. So I'm pretty much the leader. And from what I've seen in the preseason, he's obviously stepped his game up. But defensively, there's still a question mark. There's still that, what's going on? He could play better defense, point blank, period. But a lot of point guards in the league aren't known for their defense. You might have a Chris Paul, and I believe that eventually Chris Dunn of the Minnesota Timberwolves, he'll be a name known for his defense, and within due time he has to earn his spot. But DAngelo Russell is kind of like a question mark on defense. Offensively, he's not really blowing anybody away yet to where you would say, oh yeah, this guy is exactly what the Lakers thought he was going to be. We're still trying to figure out what DAngelo Russell is going to be. He has that type of power. He has the capability to be the leader of the team if he really wants it. And I think a lot of times when some people watch the game, they're like, man, this guy just doesn't have that alacrity. He just doesn't have that get up and go. But I think that D-Lo is a very good player, and according to Brandon Jennings, he has some smart stuff to say. I won't get into that, but you guys see that right there on the screen, what he had to say. It doesn't matter what he has to say, because Nick Young and DAngelo, they patched everything up. Now Nick Young, as I said, he's the only guy playing defense out there. It's not great. It's not exceptional, but it's still defense. Now, Larry Nance, everybody's like, man, what the hell happened to Larry Nance? Because in the preseason, he was balling. But once the regular season came, it's kind of like, what's going on, bro? You know, you was doing your damn thing in the preseason. Now, what? The big lights come on, you disappear. But the Lakers have been playing him at center, so I believe that's not his natural position. So that's why it's been kind of awkward. So maybe they can play him at his natural position, and he can go back to doing what he does. But the Lakers really need him because in the preseason, he's shown that he had added a shot, the mid-range shot. So he's going to be very important. Jordan Clarkson, I believe Jordan Clarkson is capable of being a great six-man player off the bench, but I mean, I don't know. You know, I think consistency is key. But it's a new system. It's the beginning of the season. It's only 3 games in. I can't critique Jordan Clarkson too hard because that one game he took over. He was everywhere. So Jordan Clarkson, still one of my favorite players on the team. When he's on, he's on. Brandon Ingram, what I like is his effort. He wants it. He's not content with losing. He's not content with just, out of all the players, I believe Brandon Ingram has that star potential. He has the potential to be a star, especially if he keeps working on his game. He has the potential to be a star in this league. Not too many, I can't really say that about anybody else on the team. I know Julius Randle works hard and he could be a good player, really, really good player. But I think that greatness has a lot to do with it has a lot to do with your mentality. It has a lot to do with your mentality. And I think that Brandon Ingram has that in him where he wants to be great. He's just trying to figure out his way in the league. But he's done a decent enough job to where you would say, okay, yeah, I feel comfortable with this guy. It's not like he's a bust. I just want him to be healthy. I just want this guy to be healthy throughout the whole season. And I think Luke Walton's doing an exceptional job as far as coaching. It's just a couple of his rotations are questionable at times, but for a coach that came into as his first head coaching job, I was looking like kind of skeptical about the guy, kind of having my doubts about Luke Walton. But I think Luke Walton so far has done an exceptional job, considering that he doesn't have the tools that he once had in Golden State. He's coming to LA, and the thing is, the offense that the Lakers have is just not there. We have a bunch of pieces that we're trying to make fit, and we got a couple older veterans, and we got some really, really young guys, and it's just it seems like we're all trying to figure out what this experiment, what's going to happen. But so far so good. I really like with the Lakers, despite us being 1-2, and we go against the Indiana Pacers tomorrow. I really think that the Lakers are going in the right direction. I can't complain. It's your boy D Star. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.